It has to be with social media now,
When
bro.
you hear about the 70s and the 80s, what they were doing.
Because it's all that shit that you didn't see and couldn't have access to, and no one had access to it. So it's like, all right, well, we could do it, and then still like freaking be James Brown and shit. But
I don't know what I would. I don't know what I would do if I had literally like access to millions of dollars in my bank account.
I know what you would do. I wouldn't like. I'd have to have somebody supervising you.
Yeah, I think I might have to hire someone myself.
You would fucking listen. Like don't leave him alone. Like you come back an hour later, there'll be a fucking a powder white mountain on the thing, and Bobby's sitting there doing real estate.
Nah. What about
Like
what about no, but Hollywood's done though.
Yeah,
They're in trouble. Yeah, listen, bro.
I think they're in trouble in a way that, like the same way the music industry was in trouble when Napster came out. Because right now it's really happening to the movie industry. I see brand new things that just came out in the movies. It's already on the PlayStation Store, and this is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Soon you want to have the latest movie, hey, just watch it right at home. You know, like they have that already.
Movie theaters are done. But they already evolved to that with the online stuff. So they're already making money from that. Celebrities are actually making more money online than they were making in movie theaters. They got a percentage out of the sales.
Right.
Now they're making more money because now their movies on everything and their faces on everything. It's all over the internet. I mean, Facebook has to pay some fucking actor if they're using their advertising. Everyone's got to pay everybody now.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying is Hollywood. I'm saying the lifestyle of Hollywood, what they were getting away with, it's over.
Yeah.
Watched.
A lot of that stuff they got kiboshed.
No, those little parties they're having and shit, and they're doing their little fucked up shit. It's gone. It's over.
Not all of it.
Not all of it, but it's over.
It's just gonna get more expensive and more exclusive
and more underground.
Yeah.
Look, they got fucking Harvey Weinstein. That was the king.
Yeah.
They took him down.
Oh, he was in he was in one of them big positions.
I could tell you why they got him. I could tell you who was behind that the whole time, but you don't want to hear his name.
Who's that?
Well,
Bill Clinton.
No. Harvey Weinstein's sitting here right now saying to himself in jail, I can guarantee you, as a smart businessman he was, he's sitting down and saying, why the fuck did I get involved with these people? Because I was doing what I was doing for 30 years and no one was saying shit.
He was involved with them for 30 years. Just when one of them got caught up, he got caught up with it.
The problem was he was involved with them and nobody was going after him, but they asked him for a favor. And he did the favor, and the favor backfired because the people who asked him to do the favor are no longer in power, and they're in hiding right now too. There's still stuff coming out to this day about certain things of out of the country corruption.
Right.
He was involved not only the Clintons, he was involved with other people. He was involved with a lot of other people, and these people. This is the problem. I'm not gonna say I know you hate his name, but Hollywood went after Trump, and only one guy could have put a stop to that, or one guy could have let it go. And that was Harvey Weinstein. When they had the Oscars and all these big award shows and all these actors and actresses and all Harvey Weinstein's friends, Hillary Clinton's running for president. All of a sudden, she has Hollywood behind her. Who's Harvey Weinstein was the one behind it. He was giving her the biggest donations. His company, his people. Once he backed her, part of the plan was the media. CNN, in a way, is backed up by Hollywood, Fox News, all these people. Just not every company was smart enough to go, was dumb enough to go on that road. You see all the companies that went after the Trump administration, even before he was president, or everybody that went after him, all their ratings are down. Everything's down. They went after everybody. People started getting fired. Harvey Weinstein was the fucking, he was the example they made. And Jeffrey Epstein. You notice two of Clinton's biggest donors, biggest boys went down after the election? Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein went down. One got killed in a jail cell, and the other one's going to jail for 30 years. He's going to die in jail.
Yep.
They took him down. And when Harvey Weinstein left, all the people underneath him are all running away. There's still a big thing going on in Hollywood. You're not hearing about it now, but there's still other investigations of other people involved.
Other Weinsteins.
Other big companies. Yeah, I would call them mini Weinsteins. And there's bigger...
Right.
There's bigger things going on right now. We're not hearing about it. We're going to hear about it little by little. This guy's locked up. He's a court. Even the Jeffrey Epstein thing, this case isn't closed. It's just that only happened, a year ago he killed himself? I'm not sure exactly how long ago it was, but it's still a new case.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of it, so many people involved.
Still nobody, they name nobody, they don't know nothing, it's like, damn, son.
You're talking, they have all the tapes, they have all the evidence that was in Epstein's house. That's why Epstein killed himself, because he knew it was over. He's going to jail for life. He was gonna be getting fucking. I forget, his life was over. But I don't think he was killed. I think he killed himself because he knew better. But I think he was able to leave. That's why he all of a sudden left all his money to his brother. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? But no, there's thousands of people they have to build cases on. These are not just cases on one people. These are groups. This might be 5 or 6 people together who are involved in getting these girls to these countries. These are other governments and other countries, other elites. Not only Americans. These are people from other countries that are politicians and celebrities or billionaires and millionaires. There's going to be a worldwide sting, but not at one time. It's going to be one guy here, one guy there over the next 5 or 6 years. Right. Maybe they can't get this guy on this. They'll get him on some taxes or some, prostitute. They get him on something. I tell you right now, I said that from number one. I told my mother when he won, I said, all the people that went after him, they're going to get it back. Because one thing about, I don't care who the president is, there's one people he has behind him that has to take orders and listen. That's called the CIA. And the CIA does everything in their power to be on the president's good side because they want to get away with their shit and their black budget.
They don't have to ask him for shit. The CIA.
Hold on a second.
CIA and NSA, they don't have to ask the president for shit.
You're right about that to a certain extent. But they also, to have the president be cool with everything that you're doing.
He doesn't know about what you're doing.
No. He knows about a lot of things. Yes, he does. What I'm talking about is that if there's an operation going on, major operation going on, like somewhere like in Europe or Asia.
It's plausible deniability.
What I'm saying is.
He can't know.
I know that. I'm not saying he knows the details. What I'm saying is.
He can't even know about it.
There's things he knows that there's things there's things that he orders. He might go to the CIA and say, listen, we got a problem over here. Start working on this. He don't know how they're doing it. He don't know their tactics, and that's why they want him on the good side.
They don't even listen to him,
No, because Obama found out about the CIA's tactics, and he went after them publicly. Right. They don't want that. So if the CIA is doing certain things to get certain things done, and they want the president to be cool about it, Obama went after the CIA.
Well, right now they're having a field day because this guy goes, just do what you're doing. I don't want to know nothing.
Yeah.
And they're having a field day with it now.
Well, you know what? This is my deal. When a guy was planning on blowing up the Brooklyn Bridge, which they weren't sure if they'd be able to do it or not, when they waterboarded the guy and he gave the information up, I was happy that happened.
Well, yeah.
100%.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But I don't want to get off topic. What I'm saying is that when you fuck with the president of the United States, I don't care who he is, when you fuck with an administration, and what they use is they use Hollywood for Obama, but in a good way. They used Hollywood against Trump in a bad way. Like when they didn't
like him.
Exactly.
So?
And the worst part about it is, this is the worst part. This was the dumbest move, is that he was one of them at one time. He was one of them.
He wasn't really Hollywood.
Listen to me. He was one of them. He hung out in Hollywood. He knows all the big producers. He knows all the dirt on them, everything that's going on. He has just as much money, if not more, than almost 98% of those people. When he's hanging out at his little fucking parties in his little penthouse in New York with some big time people, and they're all talking like me, you, and our friends talk, and say, yo, you hear about this guy over here in Miramax? Yeah, man, I heard he's fucking banging little 18, 16-year-old girls and shit. He's doing some wild shit. You hear about that guy Jeffrey we fucking seen down in Miami, the guy who comes by the golf course? Yeah, he's doing some crazy shit. When these people put the attack on Trump said, wait, I know some things. Hey, listen, do me a favor. Look into this guy with this, and that. A year and a half later.
Snitched him out, bro.
No, not even that. A year and a half later.
Shit, Jeffrey Epstein got him girls. There's videos with it. Yeah, so, I mean.
He might have.
No, there's videos of it. He did.
And he got Bill Clinton girls, too. And he got probably
so
George Bush.
So what I'm saying is, the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Just this moron was lucky enough to get stupid people to vote for him.
Whatever. I'm not going to get into the whole Trump thing and he's whatever. What I'm saying is that Hollywood fucked with the politics. They joined one side and went against another.
Yes.
And
they did.
And they're getting hammered right now. And this is only the beginning. Because now the people...
No, once the Dems take it back, it's fine. No one's going to fuck
What I'm saying is the Republicans did the smartest thing. They got the Me Too movement, who's a Democratic liberal, not a left wing, but they're a Democratic liberal type of party, the Me Too movement, and they went after their own fucking endorser. and they took him down. Harvey Weinstein was one of the biggest Democratic endorsers in Hollywood, the West Coast. He was given the most money, and his own fucking people he endorses to. He was on TV with the Clintons, giving out like the Woman of the Year award and talking about women's rights. And then behind the scenes, he's telling the girl who was giving the award to, "Hey, baby, pull down your pants. I want to jerk off in front of you." He's a sick fuck.
Yes, he is.
And guess what? They all knew about it, but they wanted his money so bad, and his fucking...
That's probably what it was. It had to have been.
Hollywood controls the
connections.
Hollywood controls TV. Where do you advertise TV? The computer. Where the fuck is Silicon Valley? It's in California. The Democrats want to hold on to California because they have Hollywood and Silicon Valley, and they control all the media. But guess what, though? The Republicans just put a fucking bomb in there called the Me Too movement. And everyone thinks they're for the Democrats. They're really for the Republicans because they're taking down Democrats.
The Republicans shot themselves in the foot in 2016 so bad that no one will ever trust that party
You're 100% right. But my question is, if I was looking at it as a sports game, and I was going to say, okay, who do they take away from us, and who do we take away from them? We took away Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein. We took away all his money. We took away all his secrets, his corruption. He was able to sit down and go on and tell people, when you go on TV tonight, I want you to endorse this guy because you have 35 million followers on fucking Twitter. He has 20 people endorsing somebody. If you don't do it, you're getting that part. They didn't have the Republican Party doing that.
Right.
Okay? And people were doing it. Half these celebrities, okay, you're going to put me in the next movie? Yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do that.
Exactly.
And hey, listen, it's all fair game.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
If you're able to get it, you got it. That's
Guess
it.
what, though? The leader of that, Oprah Winfrey, is in trouble. Because she was very... This is when you took down Harvey Weinstein, you took down other people next to him.
Sure.
Because now you got someone like Oprah Winfrey who's on TV praising this guy and giving him an award.
Who?
Oprah Winfrey.
Who is she praising?
Harvey Weinstein.
Really?
Bro, these...
Oh, yeah, well, he's bound to have won an award or
Listen,
two. Yeah.
No, award or two?
Yeah.
This guy was behind the Oscars. He was like the guy who produced the whole fucking thing. He was the man. He walked in.
So there you go.
Harvey Weinstein was the number one guy in Hollywood, producer wise, everything. You wanted to get into a movie, you needed his permission. He was like the top gangster there. There's one problem, though. A lot of people were sitting next to him, and a lot of people spoke great about him publicly. And they have talk shows, and they have certain things. So when they go to Oprah now and say, hey, Oprah, you're talking about these people that are bad, right?
Yeah, how about this guy?
How about this guy? And then she walks in and says, I have no comment. Oh, really?
She knows where her bread's buttered.
Listen, I'm sticking up for Oprah.
You know?
That's
why she didn't say nothing.
I'm sticking up for her. She has the right to say, listen, I didn't know what he was doing behind closed doors. He was a big producer. He's a big guy in Hollywood, and I was doing business. It was all business.
Yeah, professionally, he never hurt her.
Not even that. She could say my relationship with him was all business, and I had to speak good because I was getting an award. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have done it. I believe she wouldn't have.
Right.
But the problem is that no matter how I feel, there's still consequences of that being in the papers. Because now, how about this? It's not about now. So me and you know Oprah. We've seen her around. We've seen her in the movies. We've seen her on the talk shows. We have respect for her. But 10, 15 years from now, when she's a little bit older, but she's still powerful, some girl who's 18 years old then, 20 years from now, is going to see a picture of her with the biggest Hollywood pedophile, and she don't know her character because she didn't watch her on TV.
Sure.
And she's
going to assume her once she
What I'm saying is people like Oprah are slowly going to lose their power because the people around them were so corrupt and so fucked up and so many bad things.
Look at Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
His camp robbed pretty much everything that the guy ever made. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But they did.
But Mike Tyson's...
But Mike bounced back good, though.
Mike Tyson's character is impeccable right now.
You know he grows weed, right?
Does everything. He's mad cool.
No, right now his big...
He didn't rape that girl. It was bullshit. That's all a lie.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
It was a lie.
That was ages ago.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike has the illest grow operation right now.
That's a guy I'd want to have on a podcast.
Whew, you and me both.
Oh my God.
He's literally got pot farms with his name on it. He's legit pot business.
He's a celebrity that I'm happy that he gets a lot of recognition because he's the most positive from a boxer, being like one of the most fierce fighters, and he's the most positive. And he's open about his life. Yeah, I did drugs. Yeah, I did this, I did that. But you know what? I don't think he ever hurt anybody. Not even in the ring. No. I mean, he beat them up though, but I mean, he never hated nobody.
No, I don't think so.
I like Mike Tyson. He's straight up.
No, Mike Tyson's
Cheers to Mike Tyson.
Cheers to Mike Tyson.
Great fighter.
Yeah. Absurdly good fighter.
I think the best ever.
I agree with you.
I would like to see Mike Tyson versus Rocky Marciano.
In his prime.
Both of them in their prime. I'll be honest, but not going to lie.
Oh, that would be a good fight.
No, but due to the fact that Mike Tyson's bigger, I think Rocky Marciano would have more heart. But I think Mike Tyson would win because he's just athletically better.
Well, it's a generational.
But I think
thing.
Rocky Marciano would take the beat.
You'd have to compensate somehow because
Yeah.
training was different back then. Technique was different back then.
And you have to let Rocky Marciano get bigger too, I think. You have to get bigger.
Tyson was trained by a very good coach.
Oh, the best.
He taught him that the thing that he made his bread and butter with was the body and uppercut with the same fist. So if he's going for I forgot if he was a righty or lefty, please don't quote me. But if he's going to hit you, like his signature move would be he'd hit you in the gut and you'd be ducked and he'd come up with the uppercut.
Yeah.
That right there was his bread and butter. And he knocked motherfuckers out dead. I remember I was a kid, was working at the restaurant, and my boss and all his friends were like, yo, who wants to throw down on the pay-per-view? It was Mike Tyson versus one of the Klitschko's back in the day. You don't hear much about that fight. You know why? Lasted for 30 seconds. We paid pay-per-view money.
McNeely.
We paid pay-per-view money.
Right.
We came in. We got all the food ready. Boom, boom, boom. We're sitting there. Yeah, Mike. Yo, he comes out. First round, he beats this man so bad. The guy went back to his corner.
I saw the fight.
And the coach was like, we throw in the towel. You see him go, no, I'm not coming back out
They
there.
had a lot of fights to throw a towel.
But that one, I remember it because we were sitting there going, that was one round for, I think it was $99 back in the day for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, we just paid $100 for what?
How about
For nothing. You know what I'm saying? He fucked people up. He put the fear of God into them, bro.
Did you also
in
see
his prime?
Because I don't want to get off topic. Did you also
That
see
is a good topic. Go off topic.
Did you also see all the actors that caught with that big school scandal?
Do what?
The school scandal.
With who?
Felicia, what's her name?
What are you talking about? The admission scandal?
Yeah.
What's that got to do with it?
No, I was saying with the corruption.
Well, I want to stay on the boxing. Fuck that shit. I was having fun with that.
I was talking about Mike Tyson.
Talk about other fighters too.
Yeah, I really don't know much about boxing, to be honest. It's not really that big anymore. UFC's big.
Boxing's still pretty big.
Really not.
As a fan of the UFC, and I am a fan of the UFC. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of the new guys that are coming in, I don't know a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Because even like, Conor McGregor is getting old now. You know what I mean? Like that's where we're at. There's new guys, there's new blood coming in. You know what I'm saying? But from all the old, I used to be a big fan of the UFC, especially back when like Matt Hughes fought, when he was on top of the world. That was like when I was watching it heavy. You know, Pat Miletich and them, the Miletich camp. Then the rise of Anderson Silva, Anderson the Spider Silva, when we used to cut people open with the elbows. Kenny Florian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was after Chuck Liddell, though, because that was a little too old for me even then. But
yeah, I don't know nothing about the UFC. I don't watch it. It's too many.
Should.
There's too many fighters.
It's just good fighting.
There's too many fighters to keep track of.
You don't have to keep track of them. You just watch the good fighting.
Yeah, I just don't watch it, you know.
It's good shit. Fucking good shit nowadays.
I don't watch it. I'm enjoying right now seeing Hollywood get nailed.
You just like negative stuff.
It's not negative.
You're enjoying
positive.
Hollywood getting nailed.
It's all positive.
That's literally negative.
It's not. It's positive.
It's positive. That's like saying I'm enjoying watching this house getting robbed.
So you're telling me
that's literally what you're saying.
You don't enjoy seeing a guy who raped girls for 30 years finally getting caught and going to jail?
That's a criminal getting caught. That's not Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. He
nope.
runs Hollywood.
Nope.
He runs Hollywood.
No.
All right. So that's not Hollywood. No.
It's one guy in Hollywood. So it's a criminal getting what he deserves.
How about all the people with the...
Hollywood will never go dead. You know
it's never going to go dead. But it's getting hit right
like
now hard. It's getting hit. It's getting nailed from every angle. They get hit on the stupidest things they're hitting them on right now. All these scandals get hit on. Trust me.
They never stopped. There's always a scandal. That's what keeps Hollywood in business.
They got a couple of big ones they got hit with, though.
Name 5.
What?
Huh?
Name 5 right now? I'll tell you. I name 5. No, I can name. I can say that Harvey Weinstein is number 1. Jeffrey Epstein is number 2. Number 3, I would say, was the school scandal was big, and I'd say number 4. I'd say number 4 is all the media companies are getting hit hard for all the fake news shit and the bullshit. And number 6, I would say all the people in the media who are losing their job for saying out of control shit. So I would say yes, Hollywood is getting hit hard right now.
Now,
they have to watch what they're doing.
conversely, watch, I'm going to prove a point. It's very easy to find the bad. How about, what are 5 good things about Hollywood?
Honestly, besides a couple of celebrities who are actually decent people and do a lot of charity work and they help out, a lot of community stuff.
5 things.
I don't really see 5 things in Hollywood that's
So,
positive.
you know why? Because it's very easy to find the negative. It's hard to find the positive.
I see good things in Hollywood. No. I see a lot of good people.
You haven't named
Hold
one yet.
Because do me a favor. Name 16 great things about soccer. You can't just name 5 things good about something. Because I don't think
16 things. All right, I can keep going.
No, I don't want to change subject. I'm just giving you an example.
I could do it.
I just don't think. I just don't think there's.
It's
I don't
easier to find the bad. than it is to find the good.
Okay, but you're asking me, Bob. Do you have 5 things good to say about Hollywood? And I say no. I have maybe 1 good thing, maybe 2. I can say 1 is a lot of good people.
But how quick you found 5?
How quick? It'll take me a lot longer.
No.
to find
how quick you found 5 in the negative?
Oh, in 2 seconds. There's a lot of negative there.
Because it's easy to find the negative.
Yes.
It's hard to find the positive.
Because there's more negative than positive.
I like to find the positive. Negative is easy. To me, negative is pussy shit.
No, the negative is what you gotta watch out for.
It's what pussies do. Fuck the negative.
Negative you stay away from.
Fuck the negative.
I want to know about the negative first, so I stay away from that, and then I want to go towards the positive.
I don't even want to know about it. That's how far away I want to stay from it. Like, oh shit, that happened? Wow, that's bad.
All right, so this is the deal. You ready?
I mean?
You're right. So just say you go to Hollywood tomorrow, right? Just say
I won't.
No, I'm just saying we did. Just say our podcast got big. We went to Hollywood tomorrow. Say example, right? And
Why would we go to Hollywood? My question.
Just for I'm making an example. Okay, say we were in New York and somebody from Hollywood contacted us. All right.
Now you're talking.
Right.
Give me the opener there.
And then we find this guy's a fucking piece of shit scumbag doing fucked up shit, right? But you say, Bob, let's not focus on the negative. Let's focus on the positive because he donates money to a charity. But yeah, I'm hearing this though, Boris.
I don't care who he donates to. Now my business.
We do. Hold on, stop. Ready. The reason why I'm looking for the negative now is because now if I hear he's doing negative,
because it's business.
Okay, forget it.
You can't look positive in business. Business will always be. You have to be cutthroat, even if it's with the nicest guy who'll work with you and love you. His job is to try to fuck you when money's involved. So that's understandable.
I forgot what I was gonna say. So
it's understandable. But what I'm saying is, it's very easy in any situation to find negatives.
All right.
It's hard to find the positive.
What I'm saying
when
is
you can find the positive out of anything, you actually become a different kind of good human being. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like fucking puppies and fucking rainbows. Nah. I'm just saying being able to look at a situation and go, okay, this is the good I can get out of it. Everything else, nah, no good.
If I'm gonna be involved with any people or any business, any type of deal, all right, I'm looking for the negatives first because the negatives is what's gonna bring you down.
You have to be aware of the negatives. Yes. Yes, very true.
I'm looking for the negatives because if I look for the positives first, that's going to blind me from the negatives. And the negatives what's going to take me down 3 months later because now I look for the positives. I do business with this guy and I find out he's doing some corrupt shit.
You didn't see that negative that you were supposed to have known about. I didn't see that negative.
Now, if I go in there and say, let me look around a little bit and check things out and see what's going on and see who these people are, I'm going to come in respectful, not coming like a dickhead, like, oh, fuck yous. I'm going to come in with respectful and a smile on my face, but I'm going to come in with an agenda. And my agenda is to see, let's see what these guys are about. If I have the least bit suspicious that these guys are no good, I'm walking away. No good. Because I have a reputation too. I don't need to be sitting down next to the next Harvey Weinstein or Jeffrey Epstein or a fucking Hillary Clinton,
or a Trump.
Yeah, or a Trump. Who knows? Yeah, a Trump could hurt my career too, and I have no problem with him. He could hurt my career, 100%. There's people whose careers ended because of Trump. People are in jail because they knew him. It goes on both ways. Yeah. Harvey Weinstein's in jail because he knew Hillary, and Paul Manafort's in jail because he knew Trump.
Roger Stone
too. And they got Jeffrey Epstein. They're a game up there. It's a game. Sure. It's a Hollywood. They're fucking Hollywood.
That's why I don't care about them.
I don't care about them, but when you talk about Hollywood, they're there.
I hope they were fried, truthfully.
They're there. They're on top. They're the ones who walk into the party and say, he's worth $400 billion. They don't give a fuck about Tom Cruise. That's the guy they want to talk to. That's the guy they want to be around. That's the guy they want to introduce themselves.
Well, thank God that doesn't affect me in any kind of way. Like, if that guy walked into a room, it wouldn't affect me.
It wouldn't affect me, too, though.
You
But the thing is, you got some fucking girl from...
I'd probably look at him and go, how do I kidnap this motherfucker?
You're not going to do that at a Hollywood party.
No, I wouldn't go to Hollywood. I'm saying, like, if I would have seen him somewhere, the first thought that would have went through my head was like, how much money do you think he's got on his person?
I'm saying when you have an 18-year-old girl from Oklahoma going to a Hollywood party, she's a drop-dead gorgeous girl. She wants to be a model and a fucking big-time actress.
Yeah, but I'm talking about me and seeing this motherfucker in a grocery store.
And when someone says, hey, listen.
That's what I want to know.
So listen, this is my friend Harvey. He's worth $500 million.
She'll suck a dick, no problem.
Hold on.
Yeah, easily. She'll do whatever he says.
I was going to say that, but all right.
I know that. But I'm saying, if I see him in a store, I'm thinking, how can I rob this motherfucker? Yeah, that's what I think.
You're talking about seeing him in a store. You're not going to see Harvey Weinstein in a local mini mart.
I know I'm not.
I'm talking about Hollywood. I'm talking about when a young girl or someone young, doesn't know any better. They just left a small town. They go to this big L.A. or this big New York. They meet a guy they meet one of these guys who worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and they say, this is the guy who's producing the movie, and introduce yourself and be nice to him. Maybe you get the part. When this guy brings the girl upstairs and says, hey, listen, you want to have a couple of drinks?
This is how you get the part.
All right. Yeah.
That's all. It's normal. That's how Hollywood works. You know what I mean?
I'm saying it's over now. It's not working that way.
No, it's going to keep continuing that way. Now, a lot of it's been exposed, so now they're going to get the slap on the wrist, like, oh, bad Hollywood, and they're going to go, yeah, you're right, we fucked up, me too. And it's just going to be quieter. But it's going to be the same shit.
No, the problem is right now in Hollywood, the women, which I'm all cool with, I think it's better off, the women are gaining the power. They're the women are the most successful in that business now. They're gaining the power, and what's happening is they're controlling shit. And you have some very big, rich, successful, well-connected women who are gonna back these 18-year-old girls coming from Oklahoma. So this girl coming from Oklahoma,
better off they do than a Weinstein.
Be finished, please.
You
These girls coming in from Tennessee and even other places, Indiana, and even coming from New York, or some people come from Florida, these small towns, and they want to make it in the movie business. There's no longer they have to fucking get naked or get drunk with some fucking dirty old man and suck his dick to fucking get a part.
Much better.
Now they know when they walk in there that they have people backing them. So if they go in there and they say, no, I'm not going to suck your dick to get this part, or I'm not going to have sex with you to get this part, and they walk out, now they know they can go to a lawyer who's probably connected with these type of people, and she can sue them. And the people who do the auditions know this too. When they say, you know what, we have to be respectful.
Better off we
now.
don't.
It's over. No more auditions in a hotel room.
A lot of stuff like that is over now. This is true.
Yeah.
It's because, again,
now, don't get me wrong.
Social media and camera phones have completely changed this landscape.
No, because all this...
You can't get away with that kind of shit.
What I'm saying is that the girl... Listen, that has nothing to do with it, because the girls weren't videotaping the people raping them. They were just... it just happened.
Regardless.
They didn't say, wait, let me get my phone. I want to videotape us having sex, Harvey. No, they didn't do that.
Not just them. I'm saying, like, phone records and where the phone was and shit like that. Yo, it's and some guy who caught him walking to the grocery store afterwards.
This is what was happening.
It's, right now it's just harder to get away with this kind of shit because there's a lot more exposure.
What was happening is that
That's all it is.
A girl just did a movie audition. She wants to get the part. The guy says, okay, hang out with me. Let's have some drinks. Let's get fucked up. Here's some fucking coke. Here's some pills. Whatever he does. He has sex with her. She walks out of the room. 2 weeks later, they tell her, you didn't get the part. Sorry, someone else got it. That girl will say, should I go to the cops and tell them? She's going to say, nah, I'm not going to tell them, because you know what?
What are you going to tell them?
No, what are they going to do? The guy, he didn't force me. But now they're making it a crime if you use your power. That's why it's going to change, and it's not going to go.
It's going to change the landscape of how it's done. That's what it is.
The only girls that are going to do it are the girls who are okay with it, and they're willing to trade sex for a part.
Yes,
they're not going to go to the cops,
and there's still plenty of those.
But I'm saying the girl they have in there was times where they told this girl, listen, they had a woman come out and tell the girl to her face, if you want the part, you got to sleep with Harvey with another girl.
Right.
You got to have a threesome. if you do it, you get the part.
Right.
And
Guaranteed.
Hold on, we'll give you a $500,000 signing bonus tomorrow.
As long as you, as soon as you walk out of here.
So, no, not even that. Yeah, he had the contract. You didn't.
Yes, sign this and come.
No, this is a true story. This was in the court case. I seen it. He had the contracts on the table. He would tell them, these are the contracts for the movies. I can sign these right now. You have to have a threesome, or you have to have sex with me, or I want you to blow
Do
whatever
this
the fuck
and do
it is.
that.
And he would sign those and most of the girls did it, and he signed the contracts. These weren't bullshit contracts.
Right, they were the contracts.
No, these were, you're going to get $1.5 million for doing this movie. You're going to get $200,000 up front tomorrow. These are girls, or these are actresses. I don't want to say girls, women, actresses. I want to show respect. That were waitresses. They're bartenders. They're cleaning houses. They're working odd jobs just to get by in California. They're living in an apartment with 3 of their friends. Now they have a guy who's saying, not only am I going to give you, even $100,000 up front tomorrow and do a $1 million contract, tomorrow night you're going to come to a party with me and we're going to be on TV and I'm going to introduce you to everybody.
Right.
I'll put my arm around you. You're going to take pictures with me. I'm Miramax. I'm the shit.
And I'm going to put you on.
And then you're going to bring your friend here tomorrow night and you're both going to sleep with me. And a lot of these girls were like, okay.
That works.
Listen, it was horrible what he did. It's fucked up, man. Sorry. Fucked up.
That was horrible.
That's why I don't have it so. See, I have it so close to me.
No,
Right.
you shouldn't jerk the beer like a stick shift.
Like I said, Hollywood is done now because they attacked them on a lot of different fronts. They attacked the media. They got a lot of big people.
What do you think the new Hollywood is going to be like now?
The new Hollywood is going to be. I honestly.
What grows out of this
Okay.
thing that's coming up? That's unfolding right now. What's going to grow out of it?
A bipartisan Hollywood.
What is that going to look like?
I'll give you an example. At first, a couple of Hollywood people. See, Hollywood. I'm not saying this politically, but Hollywood is mostly Democratic. They're very similar people. They're very liberal. It's like a crew, But there's a lot of big celebrities who don't have the same. They don't have the same political beliefs. And you saw Kanye West. You saw people like John Voight. You saw a couple of big celebrities who were very well connected in Hollywood come out and say, "Hey, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a Republican. Not a Trump supporter. I'm just a Republican. I like the Republican system. I'm more of a Republican type of person." And they got fucking nailed. You couldn't come into a restaurant in Hollywood.
They associated them, of course.
What they did was they basically
They associated them with him, no matter if they believed it or not.
no matter what. 8 years ago, nobody would dare to come out and say I'm a Republican. For Bush, for Reagan, for anybody, for fucking John McCain, anybody. Once people, I think Trump made it due to the fact that Trump was a Hollywood guy for a long time, and he ran for president. I think a lot of celebrities weren't afraid to come out now, but it nailed them. Kanye West is the best example. A guy who came out and said, "Hey, I was friends with this guy. He did a lot of good things for me, and I believe in him, and I like his ideas, so I'm gonna vote for him." He put the hat on. I know Kanye was doing it for publicity reasons, and it worked for his favor.
Of course it did.
He started a church. I mean, and he has 100 million followers. It's fucking the guy's awesome. And I think he's a good role model for he's a good father, he's a good husband, he doesn't cheat on his wife, he's always with his kids. I hear nothing but good things about this guy. And he helps a lot of charities out. He puts a lot of his money in a lot of good places, and no one speaks good about him. I think he's the
Tax refund is good.
You know what? At least he does it though.
Sure.
I mean,
I think they all should.
It's not his fault that the government offers that deal. So I guarantee if they didn't offer the deal, he still would have gave money to Chicago like he always did. I guarantee if he had $100 million, Kanye, give up $10 million and we can't give you nothing back for it, I guarantee Kanye West would do it.
If you have that kind of money, yeah, he'd do it.
He has it, and he did it. He doesn't have to prove nothing to nobody. He did things all over around the world. He gets money to earthquakes and other places like tsunamis. The guy was always on the front page doing cool shit. And so was Kim Kardashian. Listen, they got all those people out of jail. Kardashian never had credit for it. She got fucking a bunch of people out of jail. That's what she's doing right now. People for nonviolent offenders who are getting 40 years. But besides that, people like him came out, and they got fucking hammered and destroyed. I think what's gonna happen
just for their association.
Yes,
it's shitty.
I think what's gonna happen now is that Hollywood's gonna become more bipartisan because I think I'll be honest, majority of Hollywood, Democrats, liberals are against that. They're against outing these people. Not everybody was against Kanye West. The problem was the big people were. not the small people. The small people are like, yo, Kanye's cool, Kim's cool, I hang out with them. I don't care who they vote for. But the people like Harvey Weinstein and the big movie producers, yo, people in Detroit, like a lot of big people from Detroit wanted to stop his music. We talked about that last time, but they wanted to play other shit. I'm not going to get into that. But they wanted to stop his music around the country. It's how serious it got for him. The reason why they backed off is because the guy has 50 million fucking followers on fucking Instagram.
One word from him and something would have been fucked.
This is a guy who put on a red hat. And a couple of months later, they have something called the Blacks for Trump. And they're all in the White House. And guess what? They're all praising Kanye West. And there's 300 of them in the White House. Now, I'm not saying nothing, but that's
right.
Pretty, to go from... He's scary. Just like that girl, Candice Owens. She's kind of in Hollywood now because she's on TV. She's scary for them because she's a very intelligent, young African-American woman. Yeah. And who's
not going to be shut up.
She's speaking against the party that says to her, you have to be with us. You must be with us. You can't be with them. So I think Hollywood's going to get more bipartisan. I think they get more closer together. That's what will bring Hollywood back if they unite.
I think that's what will bring the whole country back. Because...
Yeah, but never going to happen with the country because we're always fucking divided. It sucks.
I got to tell you.
Since the Civil War, we've been divided.
I got to tell you, that's the news that's got to... You know, the two-party system is really... It's really like... splitting primitive people apart.
Well, there's a two-party system in Hollywood.
Well, just any kind of two-party system. And I know a one-party system is like, Taoist China.
This wouldn't work.
I understand. But
it works, but it's not that good, not that fun.
But what's to say that you can't make one that's actually workable, that benefits everybody? But
it's really tough because you need competition.
It really is tough. Theoretically, you don't. Look at China. They don't need competition.
It's like Hollywood right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop. Hollywood's a good example. Hollywood was ran by one party for like 70 years. Hollywood was ran by a group of people who had the same beliefs, same political, the same life beliefs, the same liberal beliefs, the same all beliefs. They believed in everything, even type of movies they wanted to play.
Right.
They all catered to the same stuff. They were all involved in the same stuff. And look, the whole system failed now. It collapsed.
It didn't fail yet. Not at all.
It collapsed.
No, it didn't.
Boris,
it's slowing down, but it didn't collapse.
I'm not saying money wise. I'm saying character wise. It collapsed.
Oh, they don't give a shit about their characters. As long as the money keeps pouring in, they're fine.
What I'm saying is, though, but the thing is, at the end of the day, money pours in, but also, it's like buying a car. You can have all the money in the world for the company, but if they start making shitty cars,
you're not going to buy it.
You're not going to buy it. Sure. The company goes down. Right now, they're finding out that Hollywood's starting to produce shitty people. And when you produce shitty people who make fools of themselves, people tend to stray with them. You saw, I'm not saying they're big celebrities, but a lot of people in Hollywood did, they overreacted. They said crazy things on TV. Like when Madonna said, I wish we could blow up the White House. If you said it or I said it, we're going to jail. We're getting locked up. She was set free for it. So she set an example to people that I'm Madonna. I can say that. Now, she got away with it because of who she was and who she has behind her. But guess what, though? A lot of people that were, like, into her music and a lot of bipartisan people who liked one thing but liked her said, fuck her now. I'm going to stay with this because this person didn't threaten to blow up my White House.
Right.
The White House is ours.
Sure.
When she said... So that's an example. A lot of celebrities went overboard. And the problem was...
They don't watch their mouth.
They said things that were like basically I can't. There's so many things they said I can't even fucking start right now.
But they have the thing is,
and they had the right, the First Amendment right.
That's what makes it beautiful.
But they hurt Hollywood because these are the people who are at the Oscars.
They hurt Hollywood. They hurt their own circle. They hurt all of it.
Did you see the global?
I don't watch that bullshit.
No, but I'm saying, but do you see what happened to them the past 3 years?
I don't
Their
watch
ratings
it.
are going down, down, and down
because of the internet. Nobody watches that shit no more.
No. Because
there's people reviewing more beats on fucking Facebook than there are views for the Oscars.
No, they did polls. They did polls. They did all that. They looked into this thing, and a lot of hardworking people said, I used to like to sit down with my wife and enjoy watching the Oscars because they were talking about the movies and they were making jokes and putting on good songs. But like people said, I was tired of seeing someone sing a good song and say, fuck Donald Trump. And then they have the best actor gets on, wins a Grammy and says, I like to thank my mom, God, and Harvey Weinstein and fuck Donald Trump. People got tired of seeing that.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
So then why didn't their ratings
Because
go
he's
up?
a shitty president. That's why they're
Hold
using
on.
their.
It's not about him being president.
Wait! Don't interrupt me now. They're just using their opinions. They're using their platform because I'm a big star.
Yes.
They want to voice their opinion. Now, a lot of them just happen not to like the guy. So you should expect that coming.
Ask you a question.
But that doesn't shitty all of Hollywood at all.
All right. So
At all. It's just that's you at least you see their opinion loud and clear, and now is the quality of work that they're putting out shittier?
you're missing the
I'm
whole
gonna say
point.
yes. No, I'm not missing the point at
All right.
all.
So what's my point that I'm saying?
I don't know what your point is, but the point
Oh,
about
so-
Hollywood is they're not so far they're not competing with the internet good enough. That's what it is. They're losing out. The movie theaters are losing out to.
No, but you're talking about the movie theaters. Listen, when Robert De
Yeah.
Niro does a movie and they play it on YouTube, YouTube pays Robert De Niro.
Yes, they do.
He's not losing out. But when he goes on TV 195 times straight, and he doesn't talk about the movie he's making and doesn't talk about his career.
Are you just mad about people
Hold on.
talking shit about Donald Trump?
All right. I'll make I get cut off everything I say. That's why.
Because you got to know how to hold a conversation and
Yes,
not
you
rant.
talk, I listen. Go ahead.
No,
No, I want to hear.
it's got to be.
I want to hear.
It's got to be back and forth.
Because you cut off my point.
I'm not going to hear you sit.
And we start talking about something else. What I'm saying is,
That's the idea of a conversation.
all right, we asked you you asked me why I think Hollywood is going downhill, and I'm using cut me off, guy.
Yes.
Forget it. I'm not going to say anything.
No.
Next subject.
What
Next
is
subject.
Hollywood?
Next subject.
What is Hollywood?
I forgot what I was going to say. Next subject.
What's
Actually, let's go out for a cigarette. Let's go out for a cigarette.
You ain't done yet. I'll tell you when you can go out for a cigarette. Nah.
Because there's nothing really to talk about more about the Hollywood thing. I can't get my point across. No point.
See, you're not willing to talk about it properly.
Well, when I talk, I get cut off. When you talk, I don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is that for about 15 minutes ago, I'm being dead serious. There was polls. There was people they spoke to, and they said, what was your issue with the Oscars and the Golden Globe Awards? And they said, I wanted to see the actors and the musicians play music, talk about their movies, and make jokes and whatever.
Don't involve politics.
That's what my whole point was. That when the comedian went on for the first half an hour was making jokes about Donald Trump and the people that worked for him. Now, I'm not saying they're good people. You hate them, no problem. Boom, they're the worst people in the world. They should all be put in jail, and we should put Obama on a fucking on a pedestal and say he's the greatest guy ever in American history. I know a lot of people feel that way, and I'm cool with that. They have a right to believe that. But
Bring Clinton back.
But now, if the bring Clinton back. So I think he was a great president. I'm not lying. He was. No
Bring
problem.
Clinton back
He
and
was
somebody
great.
pay for the man's
He was
blowjob,
great.
please.
He was a little weak on certain things, but I don't want to get into that right now. What I'm saying is that Hollywood put up a platform, and the platform was the whole Oscars. Every actor, every singer, they did their thing, but they spent a minute and a half bad-mouthing Trump and 20 seconds saying thank you to the people for watching my movie. Back in the day, I gotta get on and say I want to say thank you to all my fans, my people, the producers, my family. Even when they want to thank God. People got a little bored with the whole.
The one night that they should be praising the movie industry, they spend it using their platform to say something. I kind of agree with you. I think it's
I didn't finish what I was saying, but the thing is,
finish what you were saying.
I didn't finish. The thing is that after 3 years of people who were making hundreds of millions of dollars a month, a year, after 3 years of these people telling the people who were paying their salaries and watching their movies, they were telling them every day, you're wrong for what you believe in, and you must believe in what I believe in. You must vote the way I vote. My political beliefs are right. Your political beliefs are wrong. There was people who were Trump supporters, but they loved Robert De Niro movies, and I am one of them. And now I will never watch a Robert De Niro movie ever again and put $1 in his pocket, because his job was not to be a politician for me. His job was to make movies and to entertain the American people. Not to get on stage and tell me that I'm a piece of shit because I voted for Trump. He can go fuck himself, because he's a rich person. He don't need... He's not in the system we are in. Okay? He's set for life. He can live in his house. His family's set for life. They're going to go to the best schools.
2 times over.
And hold on a sec. Stop. He deserves that. He earned it. He was a great actor. Everything he got, he deserves. What he doesn't deserve is to tell anybody else on what they should believe in and who they should vote for and that they're wrong.
Agreed.
That's it. That's
Agreed.
why Hollywood, because they put a lot of people like that up there. When you watch the Emmys, I watched them one time. 16 people got up, musicians and actors, and all 16 of them badmouthed the president. Okay? They badmouthed the government. That's one thing. You want to do it? But there's one thing where they fucked up. Is they started bad-mouthing the people that voted for those people.
Because they're bad-mouthing their own fans.
When they called us
now.
deplorables, and when they called us the Trump supporters, you never heard of really people calling like the Romney supporters or the Obama supporters. The supporters is kind of a racist term in a way too. That we're the Trump supporters, like we're the
right. You're the group. You're
we're
the group
we're
who
a group.
supports the racists.
And when you start making fun of us, like I was sitting behind this Trump supporter behind the fucking Walmart, and he stunk like shit. Oh, she's saying all, now if a person was to go on there and say, I was behind this fucking Obama fucking supporter and he was doing this, it would be a racist incident. The guy would be thrown off of Hollywood, be a whole big thing. The thing is, they were allowed to do this and get away with it. And when they were allowed to do it, they fucking took full advantage of it. And they fucking poured out their real feelings, what they think about almost half of their fans. Because half of their fans are Trump supporters, and half of their fans were fucking Hillary supporters. Actually, I think half of them were Bernie supporters. They only became Hillary because they had to.
Right.
But I think when it came out, how about this? When it came out to the country, I think it was like 48% Trump. I think it was like maybe 20% Hillary and about 30% fucking 32% Bernie.
I think Hillary had less. She maybe had 15 at best.
Maybe, yeah. I you know what? I can
At
honestly
best.
say you are 100% right. I
The
think
Democrats didn't like her.
I think Bernie had 40-10 on her.
She fucking had to derail that train.
So what I'm saying is, yeah, she did.
This
So what
cost her $50,000. That's all. Cheap.
What I'm saying is Hollywood made a very big mistake because they thought they were attacking Trump. They thought they were attacking the Republican Party. They weren't. They made them more famous and they made them more powerful. You know why? Because they didn't attack them. They thought they were. They were really attacking the people who support those people. And those people watch their movies. They buy their products. They're on their Instagram
They got
page.
the citizenry involved, and that's
ask you a
where you
question.
go wrong.
What big movie has Robert De Niro made in the past 3 years, except that movie with the Irishman? But he was playing on that years before that.
Nah.
That's it, The Irishman.
That was
3
about
years.
the only, yeah.
Now-
But he's already of age, man.
Listen,
he's
he's
not
of
going to
age.
get a lot.
But the thing is, right now, do you notice The Irishman did horrible sales? I like the movie. It's a great movie.
Well, it was the length.
What?
The length of the movie was the problem.
Yes, but still.
That was the main problem.
Hold on. Robert
Literally.
De Niro made Casino. It was a very long movie.
Not longer than that.
It wasn't, but not by far. But it was a long movie. De Niro has made long.
How long was Casino?
How about this? Okay, people have made longer movies in the 70s.
No.
Made more money.
No.
Yes.
No, bro. No.
Hollywood got hurt. They got
What
hurt.
are we talking about?
Well, this is the topic. Hollywood. They got hurt. They got hurt. They hurt themselves. They hurt themselves because they got political.
I personally don't think they're hurt at all.
No,
They took a hit,
it's a
but,
big hit.
but no matter how big the hit was, they're not hurt.
You know who was smart?
They're
Netflix.
not hurt.
But you know who was smart though? Netflix. Because you know why? They don't have no award shows. They don't hold certain things. All they do is just play the fucking movies and sell them.
Well,
They're
nowadays
smart. They don't back no political groups. That's why they're taking over right now.
Now-
'Cause people want to
the
want to
re-
deal with them. It's
the,
easy.
The reason they want to deal with them is Netflix started producing their own stuff.
Yeah.
So that means that a lot of these movies you'll see, a lot of the comedy specials you'll see, it'll say a Netflix movie because they produce it and they cut Hollywood out of the loop.
And I'm so happy they did.
And well, that gives that'll either force Hollywood to shape up and compete
Yeah.
or die.
How about this? Netflix, first of all, the smartest thing Netflix ever did was grab a hold of David Chappelle and Chris Rock.
Well, they had the good comedy specials.
Yes.
That's why.
Number one
They
thing.
offered guys that, HBO would turn
No,
down.
they did.
That Comedy Central would turn down.
What-
Netflix would tell them, go ahead, do a special.
The reason why Netflix grabbed these two guys, because they already had problems with both of them the first week. Because they both said controversial things. Yes, Chris Rock said something on his first show about white people, which I didn't care. I thought it was hilarious. People got mad about it. And David Chappelle, hold on a second.
Any comedy show, though.
But the thing is, no. Comedy got hit hard, too.
No.
On the other end.
Comedy's doing good.
What?
Yes.
No, it's doing good.
It's doing great.
Hold on. You talk to any comedian right now. This I can't let you get away with. You talk to any comedian right now, and every comedian, let's say, from the 1970s and 80s, doing comedy in the 90s was easy. The 2000s, we have to watch what we say now. If we say something, yeah.
You just have to adapt. You listen, a lot of these guys took to the internet. A lot of them have their own podcasts, and they're more famous than ever.
Boris.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to adapt to what you can and can't say, they have the FCC back and then, and it was actually harder to say the shit you wanted to say back then as it is now, because it was very hard.
Can I ask a question, Boris?
It was very hard.
Boris. Ready, Boris?
No, I'm not ready. I'm not done fucking talking. It was very fucking hard to say some shit that you wanted to say back in the 90s.
It was.
Because of the FCC.
Yeah,
and then, because the only place that you can say anything that you wanted to say was on an HBO special. But you had to get good enough.
No, it sucks too.
But you had to get good enough to get on an HBO special where you can curse and actually talk. And even they would have their lines drawn to, like, this is the line you can't cross. But you can say fuck, shit, and cunt. You know what I'm saying? Because of fucking trailblazers like George Carlin. When Netflix
George Carlin was able to say whatever he wanted to say.
No, not really.
He made fat jokes. You can't do it right now.
He got arrested like 6 or 7 times for saying stuff.
Nah.
You want me to pull that shit up?
Well, he got arrested for what?
Don't make me pull it up.
He got arrested for what? For saying what, though?
For saying things.
What things, though? About what things?
Just curses, words he shouldn't have said.
And he got arrested for it.
2 or 3 times. And yes, I could pull it up and make you look dumb.
So let me ask you a question, then.
But what I'm saying is,
Go ahead.
nowadays, Netflix came out. I've seen some Netflix comedy specials. I look at them, I go, what the fuck are these people even doing on, bro? Like, this is not even da-da-da-da-da. But then I look at it and go, damn. But somebody told this guy, you know what? We'll take a chance on you. Go ahead and do a special. Netflix did. And they're bringing up the next generation of guys. You know what I'm saying? To where in a whole different landscape where, you got to be careful what you say. But if you say it the right way, you get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. It's a lot easier nowadays to get your point across. But if you go overboard because you want to be mean or controversial, they're going to take you and they're going to cut your fucking head off. That's what it is.
All right, so this is what I watched. I watched Jerry Seinfeld. These are real comedians.
What up?
These are real comedians from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, right? I watched Jerry Seinfeld, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr still does it.
Hold on a second. Let me just, you know what?
Okay, go ahead.
After this, we're gonna cut out after this anyway and go out for a break. No, after this point.
What point? Go make your point.
What I'm saying is, I watched a lot of comedians complain and talk about how in the 1980s, 90s, and even the early 2000s, when they were gonna do a comedy show, the people who were running the show just said, "Listen, go out there and make them laugh. Do what you got to do." Now, sometimes they said some things, they went a little too far, and they got some backlash, but they weren't sued, they weren't defamed, they weren't told they weren't going to work in this town ever again. Now, like one comedian said, the guy was from, I forget his name, he's from London, good comedian. He goes, I go to a comedy show, and they put a piece of paper in front of me and say, you can't make no fat jokes. You can't make no women jokes. You can't make no religious jokes. You can't make no jokes about this, no jokes about that. And the guy's saying, listen.
Then I can't do no jokes.
Exactly. So for anybody to say it right now, it's easier to be a comedian. It's definitely not. So my point is that Netflix was smart. There was one point where political correctness hit the comedian business, hit the movie business. The movie business can make a movie about racism. No one gives a shit. They'll watch it and say it was a great movie. The comedians, if they talk about racism in the wrong way and they're only joking around and stuff, the people will laugh, but there'll be that one person who gets offended, and that one person will call up and say, I want to fucking complain about this. It could be a celebrity, it could be a person sitting on their couch, doesn't matter. All it takes is one person to make a big stink about things. So what happens now is that Netflix was very smart, because Netflix said, you know what, let's go grab a couple of guys who are going to go overboard and go over that line and cause controversy and cause boom. So Chris Rock's first show, he says a couple of things, both sides flip out. David Chappelle says a couple of things. His own people flip out. His own side flips out because they're saying this and that. They're threatening to blacklist these guys. Boom. Netflix's sales go skyrocket because now people like me want to watch the episode and see what happened because I wasn't watching the first one because Netflix wasn't big. So my whole point is that political correctness killed comedy. They attacked them because those are the guys like George Carlin who went on there and said, I'm sitting next to a fucking fat guy, fucking disgusting fat piece of shit eating a sandwich. He can't say that now. He'll be fucking thrown off the air. You can't. Howard Stern is a perfect example where he said the same thing. He was the beginning of the political correctness. He made a movie about it, for Christ's sakes, where he couldn't even curse on the radio or he couldn't have a girl moan.
Was the beginning of the rebellion.
Hold on. He did rebel against it. What I'm saying
And
is,
right now, the rebellion's in full swing, bro.
what I'm saying is when Howard Stern was...
So I can't agree. I'm not agreeing with you.
When
You're
Howard,
wrong.
when Howard Stern and
You're
people...
wrong.
When these people were... First of all, Howard Stern did some sick shit. And he can't do it right now. He cannot have a girl come on his show and get naked and lay down and do jello shots off her tits.
Sure,
he can't do it now.
Yes, he could.
No, he can do it now, but he'll get
could.
fucking backlash.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
No, he just doesn't do it because he's done it before. This is some
No,
shit
you
he's
can't.
already done.
You can't. You can't do it anymore. You can't do
Yes,
it.
you can.
You cannot.
If the girl agrees to it,
All right,
yes,
so how
you
about
can.
this? We're going to leave
Yes,
it
you
at...
can.
All right, ready? We're going to leave it at this. If you're a...
We should get a girl here to do jello shots,
Hold on a second. We're going to leave it at
and
this.
it'll be good.
We'll leave it at this. Ready? If you're a comedian, right? Especially a famous one, I'm going to ask you a question. Boris thinks that it's easier now to be a comedian with telling jokes. I think it's a lot more difficult. I think it's easier back in the day. He thinks it was harder back in the day. There was more restrictions. You let me know your answer. Please comment. That's
Agreed.
what I want to know.
I like it. I like it. Stop smacking in the microphone.
Sorry. It's right down here. I put it
Yeah. It's all right. If we got to replace it, I want a better one.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Audio Technica, by the way.
Let's hear some music.
I love
too,
their
man.
stuff.
Get some beats on there.
You know
You
what I
want to play your beats, right? Get your beats on there too, no?
Hold on, boss.
I'm not saying between segments. Do you do your beats or other people's? I'm saying
All my beats.
they're all yours. I didn't know. I heard some of them. I wasn't sure if there was someone else's or I don't know what you're doing.
Everything's God mode,
I'm not
baby.
into that stuff. Yeah, okay, cool.
And plus,
good.
I'd get hit with a copyright infringement if I did that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the reason I started making music?
Huh? Yeah. But it's fun.
Do you know the reason now?
I don't know the reason because I think the only reason you should have it because it's fun.
But it got fun. But you know why I wanted to? It was a selfish reason. Every time I heard something, I was like, oh man, I would do this here and that there and that there. And then I'm like, who the fuck am I? You know, this person wrote this piece of music and who the fuck am I to tell them different? You know?
Yeah.
They must have done their shit because they felt some way when they was doing it or whatever. But I was like, damn, but I'd put that there and I'd put this here and I'd make this sound like this. And then when I found out I could, I don't listen to anybody. It's one thing, if you know me in real life, you will know, like, you ask me what the greatest new rapper has done, I'll tell you, I don't know.
I don't know nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that I think they're bad. No.
No, it's
I don't relate and I don't want to. You know, like sometimes somebody tells you, come on, man, you gotta like see this thing. And just something in you tells you, I don't want to see this thing. And like, no matter what, and that's how I feel about the entire music industry. I just like making my own head bop when I do this, man. You know, just... That's me. And that's all I'm interested in. It's a selfish reason. I'm a douchebag for thinking this way. But guess what? It makes me happy.
Yeah, well, music is the same thing as Hollywood in a way. They're gonna get hit next. Political correctness. You can't say certain
Music
things.
already got smacked, bro.
It's gonna get more smacked.
And guess what? I'm not gonna give a fuck. Good.
It's gonna happen.
Hit them all. We'll be back.